So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Nikhti Hastia, co-founder and CEO of Azuqua. Thank you, Mark, for doing this. Just a brief bit about my history. Before I started Azuqua, I was the product manager at Microsoft Dynamics CRM, where I owned the platform, worked on some social CRM strategy work as well. So Azuqua is a cloud process optimization platform. We connect and automate cloud services as part of one process. And I'd love to show you that in a few seconds.
Excellent. Let's take a look at it.
Okay, so what we're doing here is we're going to go ahead and create a process that actually federates two CRM systems together. So we're going to take Dynamic CRM, we're going to monitor a CRM that is in the US instance where it says US. We're going to choose our organization. We're going to choose the entities that we want to monitor, in this case account. And then it's going to flip over and give me all the fields that are coming from my forms in account. And now what I want to do is basically when this form gets created, I want to move that information into my EMEA instance. So I'm going to go ahead and create one, choose my EMEA instance, get my organization from EMEA, from there. It's called Barcelona CRM. And then I'll choose the entity, which is also going to be account in this case. And we support custom entities as well. It's going to be account in this case. Choose account, flip around, and I get the fields that I want to map. So it's a simple matter of drag and drop at this point in time, and I've gone ahead and map, and of course we can map other fields. Now, in certain cases, I may not want to do a mass mapping of data, but you saw how easy it is. Within 60 seconds, we actually connected one CRM instance to another, and every time a new record gets created in the account, we'll move that into another instance. So we can add logic as well. We have a rich library of Excel-like logic functions. We're going to use our continue if, and we only want to continue if the industry code actually matches a certain number. And in this case, we're going to go ahead and say, put a bogus number here. If it's 5555 or something, only then do we want to move it forward. Now, that's it. This flow will only work when a new account is created and the industry code is actually 5555. Now, you can turn around and say, hey, but I don't always have industry code information. In which case, let's go ahead and get that industry code information. We have APIs such as Dun & Bradstreet. We're going to add the Dun & Bradstreet API, and we're going to get company information by name. We'll move that over in here, take the name of the account, and now we have Dun & Bradstreet data. We don't have confidence in the industry code that we have. However, we'll use the industry code that comes from Dun & Bradstreet. So now we've just put another API into this process flow where the data that is coming from my CRM is actually checked, validated, and enriched and moving on to another system. And now the newer system in Barcelona could be getting information that is enriched from DNB. So I can get the primary address, I can get the town, etc. in the city. I can move information that is coming from yet another system. And we can keep chaining these systems together as we want, put conditions in the middle as we want. That's one of the scenarios. The second scenario I want to show you, that's I've already pre-built it to save time, is how a company can become responsive on Twitter as a support organization. So what we have on this flow is basically we're searching for a term called Azuqua, which is our company, and we're mapping all of these things that are coming from Twitter, and we're creating an account first, and then we're creating a case right here. We're tweeting back the case ID to the customer, and we're sending me an email saying the tweet was received and here's the content. However, this particular tweet right now is a fire hose between Twitter and the CRM instance, and we need to filter that fire hose. So let's go ahead and look at our logic library, and we're going to say, let's do some sentiment analysis on this particular tweet, and we only want to do this if the sentiment is actually negative. So let's move the sentiment analyzer in play here. We'll move the content over, and then let's move the conditional, and the conditional will only work if the sentiment comes out to be negative.
At a certain time. So it's there's a lot.
And voila, I have a flow that monitors Twitter. It analyzes every single tweet that comes from Twitter. It checks it if the sentiment is actually negative, and then goes ahead and creates an account and then a case, lets the customer know what their case ID is, and sends me an email letting me know that a tweet has been received. And I could add more services as my process needs leads grow to this.
Excellent. So show us a bit about the form to lead scenario as well.
To design a web to lead scenario, essentially all you do is choose the HTTP adapter, and the HTTP channel exposes this particular flow as a RESTful endpoint, and I can go ahead and choose the field that I want. Let's say first name and last name will stay simple.
Actually see behind the scene what people are doing, even if they don't see anything.
And that's it. And I could take this data over into my CRM, create a contact record from this, or a lead, etc. So let's go ahead and create a lead at this point in time. But the way this form renders is actually this is a feature request form on our website, and the way this form renders is all you do is supply an iframe to the endpoint, and when you make a GET request against this form, it renders a URL and a form, and when you make a POST request, it actually accepts the data and goes ahead and runs this particular flow. And in this case, we can just go ahead and map these fields together, and we've got a web to lead scenario in CRM. Now, to enrich this web to lead, you can bring in all of these APIs and enrich this information. Like you can bring Dun & Bradstreet data in here and discover people and companies and enrich the lead, so you have a highly qualified lead. We have certain AI and NLP functions, or artificial intelligence and natural language processing functions, that allow you to go ahead and further get intelligence on the type of data that is coming in as well.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for that. Listen, tell me, Convergence, what do you think of the event so far?
The event's been good so far. We've gotten a lot of uptake. We just launched last week, so it's great to be finally out and showing people our product, and there's been some very, very high excitement around us.
Exactly.
So it's great to be be the recipient of that.
Yeah. So tell us, moving forward, is the intention to add more APIs? Where do you see your product going?
Absolutely. The intention, so currently our channel library, we're growing that in the coming weeks. We're working on it, and we're adding a developer ecosystem. We're building a developer ecosystem around it. So we'll have a developer site where developers can go in and build their own channels. They can expose them to the larger public, or they can keep them private just for their organizations. And it takes about 3 to 5 hours to build a channel with our new channel builder and our developer site.
Excellent. So if partners want to engage with you, how do they go about that?
So partners can send me an email, nikhil@azuqua.com, and we have a great plan for partners, and we'll engage both with ISVs and system integrators.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
Thank you.